is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm currently sitting in the parking lot. I just picked up Pita Jungle, which I've actually never tried before. I can't believe I've lived this close to one before and I've never tried it because I hear so many good things about it. Anyways, I am kid-free. Scarlett's at home with Ty, and I'm gonna sit here, eat my lunch because I'm so hungry, and I'm gonna answer your guys' questions. I asked you all over on Instagram to send me some questions, so I'm gonna go through all of those. There are so many. You guys left me so many questions, so I'm gonna do my best to answer as many as I can. But first off, let me show you all this amazing food. I have my Invisalign in. I'm almost at a week now into it, so I'm gonna remove my Invisalign. I have like things attached to my teeth. I'm still trying to get used to eating with all of it and not getting food stuck in it. Okay, so I ordered 3 things off the menu just because I've never tried Pita Jungle before, like I said. This is the Pita Crisp, I think is what it's called, and it looks just like a cheese pizza. I'm gonna just try a bite of everything first really fast. That's really good. This is the caramelized cauliflower that I got. Ooh, it's hot, 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 hot. Oh, this looks fabulous. So this is what it looks like, and it's just cauliflower with onions, crispy onions, and some kind of sauce. It's really hot though, my hand's like burning. Okay, that is good. Okay, I ordered one more thing and then we'll get started with the Q&A, but oh my gosh, this is huge. Ew, there's olives in it. I should have asked for no olives. I am not an olive fan at all. But this is a spinach and pasta salad. That is good too. I also got a water. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the Q&A. If you guys like Q&A videos, make sure to give this one a thumbs up so I know to make more like this. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that red subscribe button down below before you leave today's video. I would love to have you guys as a subscriber. And if you're not following me over on Instagram, y'all need to go follow me over there because that is where I typically ask for you guys to leave me questions for these videos. A lot of these questions are questions that I've answered before in past Q&As too, so I'll link some of those videos down below. Dream vacation spot, probably like, I don't know, like Tahiti or something. I don't know why, that just sounds amazing to go to. What's your Taco Bell order? Thanks, Bailey. Typically it's a bean and cheese rice burrito, an order of cinnamon twists, and sometimes a potato taco. Those potato tacos are bomb. Do you have plans on moving? Eventually, yes. We don't want to be in our house forever, and we keep saying this year we're going to do it, but it's a lot of work to move, and it's definitely something on our radar though, something that is a goal of ours. How do you deal with stress that comes with parenthood? Honestly, my friends are how I deal with it. They're my biggest support. If I didn't have a good group of friends, it would be really hard to deal with a lot of the struggles of being a parent. So my tribe helps me a lot. How do you keep your 1-year-old entertained for longer? That is a great question. If you know the answer, comment below. Actually, don't comment below because I'm sure I don't have comments. Honestly, I think recognizing those moments when they are playing independently and just letting them do that. That's something that I try to do. Sometimes she'll be on the floor reading a book or something and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I instinctively want to go over there and sit down with her and read that book with her. But I have to remember, hey, this is an opportunity for her to be experiencing some independent play, and so I just have to take a step back and let that independent play happen. So I think you have to recognize those moments where they could potentially be experiencing independent play and just let it happen, if that makes any sense at all. What's your method for timeouts with Scarlett? We've been struggling with discipline for quite some time, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to discipline her. It's hard to discipline any child, but it's really hard to discipline Scarlett. She just doesn't care. But what we've been doing is we've been using the 1, 2, 3 timeout thing. You know, you're gonna go to timeout, 1, 2, 3. We've tried to implement time ins, which I know a lot of you guys have told me that when she starts to act up and she's getting to be like, you can recognize that a tantrum's about to happen, we try to redirect, read a book, create a new activity, because typically tantrums stem from something else like hunger, boredom, being tired, something like that. So I'm really trying to recognize that. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes she just straight up needs a timeout. But we put her in a corner. We have a specific corner, the same spot, every single time she goes to timeout. And she has to sit in that corner until she's done. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But most of the time it works, I will say. Like, timeouts have been more effective than they've been in the past recently. And in regards to discipline, I've talked about discipline a couple times on my channel, so I'll leave those links down below too in case you guys want to learn a little bit more about what I've done in the past too. How much does it cost to get your lashes done? So I go to Amazing Lash Studio, and they're all over the country, so you can, I think they're in every state. Don't quote me on that. But they have 2 VIP options. They have a new one, which is like, I think it's $100 a month, something like that, and you get 2 refills. But then I upcharge to the 60s, and then I also upcharge to the girl I go to. She's more expensive, but she's worth it in my opinion. And so there are some upcharges too. It's not cheap, don't get me wrong, it is not cheap getting your lashes done, but it's something that I splurge on every month. I stopped getting my nails done and everything because I wanted to do my lashes, and I'd much rather have my lashes done than my nails done. Favorite thing about living in Arizona, I love the scenery, and I also love all the food. There's so much good food here. Who's more of a stricter parent, you or Ty? I would say we're honestly, well, it's probably me, but we're pretty even when it comes to being a strict parent. We're typically on the same page when it comes to parenting, which I think is pretty rare for couples. What is the most toughest thing about having a toddler? Probably trying to have patience and compromise and pick your battles. That if you're having a bad day yourself, then it can be really hard and test your patience even more when you have a toddler. Simple things just as like getting in the car or something can be extremely frustrating sometimes. So just taking deep breaths really help me, and most of the time I'm a pretty patient person, but Scarlett sure knows how to test her limits, and so sometimes it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie, having a toddler is really hard. Those of you who have multiple toddlers, or have a toddler and are pregnant, or have a toddler and a baby, y'all are saints. I want a second child, don't get me wrong, but I'm fine waiting. Why so many cosmetic changes lately? I don't really know how to answer that, except I don't want it to sound rude, but why so many cosmetic changes lately? Because I want to, because the opportunities have been there. We've been able to afford it. I wouldn't say I've had a ton of cosmetic changes. I would like to call them cosmetic enhancements. And this year all I've done is I had lip fillers, and then I got three tattoos. So I'm guessing you're talking about all the tattoos. I don't really know. I just like tattoos, and they're addicting. I don't know what else to say. Can you sing? Absolutely not. I am the world's worst singer. What did you do before YouTube? I've answered this a lot too in other videos, but if you want to go learn more, go watch my other videos, but I'll just briefly say what I did. Prior to working YouTube, I went to school, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, and then I went and worked for a behavioral health agency for kids with extensive behavioral health needs, and I worked there for 2 years before having my daughter, and then I started to stay home with her. How old were you when you had Scarlett? Do you wish you would have waited or done it earlier? I was 24. I was 23 when I got pregnant, 24 when I had her. Is that right? Yes, because I'm 26 right now. Honestly, that was like the perfect age for me. I'm happy I had her when I had her. What I wanted as far as like a family and children is I wanted to have children back to back. Like that is what I wanted. And it obviously never happened because we just weren't ready. You know, looking back, I'm so glad we didn't because we really weren't ready. But now we're kind of at that phase where I'm like, we could wait until Scarlett's in school and make things a lot easier, because my original plan has already changed. So now I'm just kind of like, whatever. Whenever we decide to have a second child, it'll happen. There's no rush. I'm only 26. We have plenty of time ahead of us. And we also know we don't want more than one other child. So there's no rush for us. Invisalign update. So it's been a week, almost a week. It feels better to have my Invisalign retainers on than off, because these things on my teeth, they hurt my lips. So like right now it's rubbing against my lip. So it actually feels better to have those on now. She also asked if I'm sticking to wearing them 22 hours, which is what you're supposed to do when you have Invisalign, and I absolutely am. I put them right back in as soon as I'm done eating because of like this. It hurts my lips. So it's actually a good thing I have these on my teeth because it makes me wear them more. But overall, great experience so far. I cannot wait to see what my teeth look like in 15 weeks when I'm done. Did you ever have drama with your friends? If so, how do you handle it? Honestly, no. I don't think, I mean, maybe in high school, but in the past, like, I don't know, 8-9 years of my life, I've not had any drama with friends. I don't know why. Maybe I just get really lucky with the people who are in my life, which I definitely think that is part of it. I have really good supports and friends in my life. I just don't fight with my friends ever. We don't have conflicts. Yeah, I don't know. If you weren't a stay-at-home mom, what would you do? I'd probably be back working in the behavioral health field. How do you deal with a clingy toddler who always wants to be held? I don't, because that is not my toddler at all. She is not even close to being clingy. Sometimes I wish she was clingy, but she is definitely not a clingy child at all. So I don't know how to answer that for you. I'm sorry. Do you have any plans for more tattoos? Absolutely, I do. What's your favorite thing to do with Scarlett? I love reading her books. I love telling her stories. Our new thing is we make up stories together. So we'll be in the car, and you guys know I've been trying to cut back on screen time, especially in the car. And so instead of doing that, we'll make up stories together. So I'll say, Scarlett, what kind of story do you want to hear today? And she'll say a story about a little girl. So we will literally make up a story about a little girl. It is, it's just so random, but it's really cute, and I really love that. How do you keep your house clean? I've actually filmed a video on that before, which I will leave a link down below in case you want to check that out. Do you have a baby name for baby number 2? Yes, I do. Our boy name is like already decided on. It's a very traditional name, and it's like a meaningful family name. Girl name, Ty doesn't love, but I do. So if we ever have another girl, that might, I don't know. I know the name I'd want for another girl, but we'd see if that is what we'd actually name the baby. This cauliflower is so delicious. Would you consider homeschooling for Scarlett? No, I don't think I would. I don't have anything against homeschooling, but I just don't think it would be right for her at all. I think she needs more than what I can give her, honestly, and I think she needs that social aspect that school provides. I definitely am not even like slightly interested in homeschooling. Things could always change, you never know, but at the moment, no. What was your major in college? I stated this before, but it was psychology. What things do you not share on YouTube, and do you feel as if you're acting sometimes? You know, sometimes yes, but I think I'm pretty clear and tell you guys like how I'm feeling. And the only times I would say that are when I'm having a rough day, or I'm having trouble, you know, staying sane as a stay-at-home mom, or, you know, I'm struggling parenting, or there's personal things going on in my life that I can't share every detail of my life on the internet. And sometimes that's hard because I don't feel like I'm able to be 100% authentic with you guys, and that is when I take a step back and I don't post as much, or I take a day off and I do not vlog or something like that. Not because I don't want to share the hard times with you guys, but mainly because I just don't feel like I'm being authentically myself when I feel like I have other thoughts running through my head that just aren't something I can share with you guys, if that makes sense. That's like I think the main time where it becomes hard for me to pick up the camera and act like nothing's wrong, when really I just like want to talk to you guys about everything, because in a sense this is like a therapy for me. But there's lots of things that we do not share on YouTube, such as my husband's side business, just for safety precautions. It's not illegal. I've gotten questions about that, like, are you not sharing Ty's business because it's something illegal? And no, it's not. I wish it was, like, that would be so much cooler, but no, it's not. I don't actually wish it was. That was a joke. I mean, there's so many things that you just don't air your dirty laundry out for the, you know, thousands and thousands of people to see. Of course, there's other things that I don't share on social media. Something I've really started doing is like specifically on Instagram, I love to tag my location. If we're at like a child's museum or something, they can see where that's at and they can take their own kids there, so it's helpful in that sense. However, I've started to try to take more safety precautions in that sense too, and I will save my Instagram stories and then post them once we leave or something like that. That's just an example. There's many other examples too, but just sharing every detail of your life on the internet isn't always what it seems, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if you guys see me post something on Instagram and I tag a location, a lot of the times I'm not there anymore, just out of, you know, safety, if that makes sense. What type of exercises do you focus on when you're working out, and how are your legs always toned? Thank you. I have been working out a lot with my friend Nicole. We go to classes almost every single day, and I think classes are the #1 thing that have changed my body and really just changed my mentality and have just really helped me step up my game when it comes to fitness. And I'm really enjoying them. I used to be one of those people who did not enjoy classes at all, and all of a sudden now I love them. But I've been going to a body pump class or body works class, whatever you want to call it, about 4 times a week. And I really enjoy Pilates too, so sometimes I'll go to Pilates like twice a week. There's 2 classes I enjoy. We occasionally do Zumba just for fun, and then sometimes I work out with my husband on the floor, which oh my god, okay, I cannot say it like that anymore because I posted that on Instagram. I said, I was sharing what workouts I did, and I said, I did this many classes, and then I did 1 workout on the floor with my husband. And so many of you dirty-minded people messaged me like, oh, that could be taken a different way, which it totally can. I didn't even think twice about it. That was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. But what I mean by that is on the gym floor, God, that still sounds sick. Working out with my husband, doing weights and cardio together. I feel like any way I say this, it comes off dirty. I'm just gonna stop talking now. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Have you had any paranormal experiences in the past? I really don't believe in that kind of stuff, so no, I have not. Is Scarlett potty trained? No, she is not. I'm just letting it happen. I am not doing anything right now. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. She's a smart kid. When she's ready, she'll be ready. Do you have a fun and wild side? You always seem so level-headed and reserved. Well, thank you. That's sweet of you to think that. I would say I have a reserved wild side. Like, I don't make stupid decisions. I don't think I do, at least. I did when I was in high school, but I like to have fun, but I also know my limits, if that makes sense. So I think I have a responsible wild side. What is one movie you and Ty could watch 1,000 times together? I don't really watch movies ever. I wish I liked movies more, but I'm just not into them. Ty's a huge movie buff, like he loves movies. But one show we could watch together, and it's actually the day of the new season premiere, the last season premiere, which is so sad, but Game of Thrones. We are huge Game of Thrones fans. That is like one show we like and enjoy watching together. Khaleesi is my spirit animal. If I could be anybody in the world, I would be Khaleesi, the mother of dragons, breaker of chains. She is one bad you know what, and she is just so cool. How hard was it to get back into the gym routine? Honestly, once Scarlett was comfortable and enjoyed going to the gym daycare, it was so easy to get back into routine to going to the gym. Mainly because I know that she's happy, I'm not stressed out about her. But I think the number one thing for me, why I enjoy working out so much right now, is because I don't have to work out on my solo time, my alone time. And if you're a stay-at-home mom, you know what I'm talking about. When you have alone time to yourself, when your husband has your child, or when your child's asleep or something, that is your alone time. And that was hard for me to work out on that alone time, if that makes sense. So the fact that I can work out during the day when my husband's at work and I can still get a workout in, not during my alone time, it makes it so much easier to go to the gym and enjoy going to the gym and enjoy working out. Do you feel like being pregnant after your miscarriage was harder on you? By the way, thank you for being open about having one. Doesn't seem like many are willing to talk about it. Honestly, for me, being pregnant after having a miscarriage, you appreciate being pregnant so much more. So I really think experiencing a miscarriage was the most painful experience I've ever been through. One of the hardest times of my life, and myself personally, emotionally, mentally. However, once I got pregnant with Scarlett, and once I started, making it week by week, and I was still pregnant, and she was healthy, it was just such a good eye-opener to realizing how lucky I am to be carrying this baby and have a healthy child. It just made me appreciate her and appreciate pregnancy and appreciate just life so much more. So I would say, if anything, because I miscarried 4 months before I got pregnant with Scarlett, if anything, miscarrying that first baby made me more grateful for my pregnancy with Scarlett. Do you really sleep in those cute PJs? Let's be real, I'm in a t-shirt from junior high. I do. I love sleeping in cute pajamas and just like matching sets, because I just feel, it's one of those things that makes me feel more put together. And I don't always, I only have a couple sets of matching pajamas. I don't always sleep in matching pajamas, but I sure love it when I do. Sometimes I just sleep in Ty's oversized army t-shirt. Those are like the most comfortable shirts ever. Do you have any mom guilt? If so, what for? The only sense of mom guilt I get now is when I raise my voice at Scarlett or I handle a situation incorrectly, which I mean, there's no right way to handle situations when it comes to a toddler. But I would say when I recognize that I raised my voice, or when I recognize I provoked her in a way, or argued with my toddler or something like that, that just makes me sit back and think, Caitlin, what the heck? Like, what are you doing? Stop trying to compromise with a 2-year-old or something like that. That's when I start to have that mom guilt, because I know she just doesn't, not necessarily understand, but she just does not, I mean, it's part of growing up. And I just try to think of it from her perspective, her developmental perspective, and it's hard sometimes, but I would say that's where the mom guilt kicks in. If somebody gave you $100,000 to tattoo every inch of your body, would you do it? Probably not. Probably not. That, I love tattoos, don't get me wrong, but that might be too much for me. Anything you do differently with Scarlett these past 2 years? The only thing I can think of is I wish I would have caught her hip dysplasia earlier, which, I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, I did nothing wrong, like it's just happened, but I wish I would have stuck to my gut when I recognized her legs being longer than the other. I wish I would have acted on that even faster, because I think we noticed it at 6 months, and then she didn't have her appointment with the orthopedic specialist until she was 8 months, and so that prolonged us 2 months of possible intervention. I don't know. And I think that goes back to like when she had her doc band too. I wish I would have recognized her torticollis more, but being a first-time mom, you don't think anything's wrong with your beautiful little baby. Like, you're just in denial, and you know, you don't know what's right and what's wrong, and you don't know it's wrong that they only look to the right side of their body. I don't know. It's hard to explain until you're actually in that position. But those are the two main things, like medically, that I've thought of with her that I wish I could have just like helped, because I know I could have helped in a sense had I been more educated. When you first started your YouTube channel, did you have people make fun of you? Not to my face. I mean, my dad and my sisters, they still kind of make fun of me, and my husband makes fun of me, but it's like not in like a mean way. It's just in like a playful, fun way. And I think it's hilarious what they do. I think I've posted before like Instagram stories or something, but they'll like review a product or something, and it's like the funniest thing in my life. Yeah, I'm sure there's people who, I don't know, who know of me or something, who make fun of me. I don't know. Is there? I really don't know. That's what I'm saying. If anybody has made fun of me for doing what I do, it's been behind my back, which is fine, because you can't please everyone. Do you feel differently after not drinking celery juice? Yes, I do. Definitely had a better digestive system when I was drinking celery juice, and I do want to start that back up. How do you make money with YouTube? Okay, I'll briefly talk about this, because this could be an entirely like dedicated video. You make money through YouTube through multiple outlets. A small fraction through Google AdSense, a small fraction through affiliate marketing. Sponsorships are probably the way you make the most money, in my opinion. And what else? I mean, you can sell merchandise through YouTube. I know people run like oil businesses and stuff like that too. There's just so many different outlets and ways to make money through YouTube, but I would say the three main things are Google AdSense, sponsorships, and affiliate marketing. So thank you guys so much for watching today's Q&A. I will definitely try and do another one of these here in the next couple of weeks, maybe next month, something like that. But if you guys liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please hit that red subscribe button down below. I'm gonna go ahead and post this video over to the community tab on my channel, so you guys can comment over there, because like I said, I'm sure there's no comments on this video. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.